Hello, this is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com, and today we're looking at my new primary rifle. Now, not too long ago, I was invited out by the awesome people of Axis Manufacturing to go check out their exact manufacturing of a rifle. So they manufacture the majority of their stuff in-house, which is really cool. So you know that you're actually getting quality parts. Unfortunately, for those who might not be aware, a lot of the companies that you might be familiar with are kind of using the exact same components as other companies, meaning it's being made by the same exact manufacturer, and they're just relabeling it, which unfortunately, again, it brings it back to more about who's really good at branding and who's really good at marketing. And it's not really going to be about the quality of the product anymore. So seeing a truly American-made company, a fully American manufactured parts and components rifle being put together, I think is very cool, and it really adds to knowing where your parts are coming from and knowing the quality of the parts that you're getting. So there are a few things on this rifle that's not exclusively made by Axis Manufacturing. However, they are made by companies that are reputable and are known to everyone as companies that are high quality. So you know at the end of the day, you're actually getting a full build out setup. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to kind of switch to 2 weeks ago when I was at Axis Manufacturing in their shop, and we'll go through kind of the parts that I chose for this rifle. And then after you take a look at that and you see how that process went, I'll be able to show you kind of different things I'd change on it, just because as a baseline rifle of what this costs and what you were able to get with it, the amount of modifications you're able to make with the budget you have left is pretty significant, because a rifle like this rifle could go for a lot more just at the baseline level. But again, we're going to get to take a look at what it was like in that factory and see how the parts were manufactured, and then also come back to show you kind of what I modified and what I added to make the rifle the way that I like it. Hello and welcome to the Axis Manufacturing shop here in Spokane, Washington. I was very graciously invited by Justin here, the owner of Axis Manufacturing, to come and put together a beautiful rifle build. If you want to see the full process of how to get from a 0% receiver all the way to a complete upper and a complete rifle in general, you can go check out the video on their channel at Axis Manufacturing. And what we're going to do today is going to assemble all the parts we picked out for the build that we're going to be doing. So we're going to go through those parts and then see what that looks like. So we're going to go through some of the parts that we kind of put together. The concept for this build is that long term, this might turn into more of a night vision setup. Part of the reason why I was excited about that is that they have a very solid locking retention option for the upper rail and the upper receiver to be able to put together. So let's go through some of the parts. This is their lower receiver, in-house made lower receiver. Again, if you go to their video and check it out, you can see how from 0% all the way to 100% what this thing looks like when it's done. Do you want to go through any of the specific points about this lower?
The one thing is the easy thread for the bolt release. That's one thing that it makes it so much easier for the home builder, and then us, of course, to assemble it. We've got a nice flared mag well on here, the integrated winner's trigger guard, and then we also have a take-up screw as well.
If you ever built your own lower receiver, you know that it's so easy to damage the side of your lower just from this area right over here, because you're usually tapping it and just scratching up the whole side. So having an option that you could just use a regular screw is an awesome standard that I think most manufacturers should be able to go into. So that's definitely an awesome feature for the lower receiver.
And we do include the Allen wrench, so you don't have to go to the hardware store to try and find that little tiny 16th inch one.
So that's included for the kit for the lower receiver. Then over here we have, this is your rails. These guys are your rails as well.
Yep.
And then this is your Gen 2. So what changed between the Generation 1 and Generation 2?
What we found is that a lot of the guys were wanting to put PEX systems or more options on the top rail. So our Gen 1, basically what we like to call our slim line, I would say about 3/4 of the rail section was removed there. So we went ahead and reincorporated that back in there. We changed a couple of things as far as aluminum on steel, as far as the clamping system goes. We now have Healy coils installed there, so it's steel on steel, and it assures a much easier installation.
That's also very important, by the way, because if you have like someone who has a bolt action rifle, something like that, if you mount a aluminum on steel, like a rail on top of the actual rifle, and then you go into the winter, and then you go into the summer, or you zero in one of those temperatures, that slight flex that you might have between temperatures of metal is going to change it and warp it, and then it could lose accuracy long term. So especially if you have a night vision setup or something that you have, something you need the laser or the light or the optic to be really where it needs to be, that's really the system that you want and have the right metal on metal usage.
Yep. And then we also have anti-rotation tabs on here, and then we have our bridge inside here. The bridge, basically, it will sit on top of the barrel nut. And then so when you clamp this together, we're not putting any undue stress up here at the top, no flexing or anything like that as well. Then we've got an anti-slip, which really isn't needed, but we went ahead and put it in there anyways, so the handguard's not going to come off either way.
So again, in regards to actual structure and making sure this stays together, this is like as good as you get in regards to making sure that it stays in place. So moving along from there, we also have the barrels that we chose. This is going to be an 11.5-inch barrel. This barrel's from Ballistic Advantage, so definitely a very high quality barrel that you're able to get. And this is something that comes standard on their rifles. So if you're going to get a rifle from them, that's going to be the barrel that you're going to be able to get. Along with that, we also have the gas tube for that barrel, again, able to be purchased in shop. Then we also have the gas block, and this gas block is also made in shop as well. This is manufactured by you guys.
Yep, we're actually running them on the machines right now. These guys have got a nitride coating on them. They include cupped and knurled set screws, so they're going to bite that barrel, whether it's the barrel's dimpled or not. They're going to bite that barrel, and then it also comes with a stainless steel roll pin as well.
Got it. Again, that comes from the shop, so if you're going to buy a completed rifle from them, that's going to be what's on it. It's their individual made part. Following along that, we have the upper of the build that we're going to be putting together, and just like we spoke before, the way that these are going to mount together is going to be very rigid and very solid, and it really does a good job for that. This goes into the same category as what the lower receiver was, where it is made from a solid block of aluminum, so the way that this is going to come together is really tight. You could probably tell already that when these two are together, there's barely a seam there with how well these things are machined together, and we're definitely going to do a close-up of that, so that's going to be a really nice part of that as well. And then I guess following along from that, we have the Axis Manufacturing bolt carrier group. You want to tell me a little bit about this bolt carrier group?
So our bolt and carrier groups, we kind of go through an extensive process. They are manufactured by another company outside the shop. We don't have the machines yet to make those yet. That is keywords yet. So we went to a company that manufactures quite a few of them for the other guys out there. And that's one thing we don't keep behind closed doors, is we will be very open with who's manufacturing stuff for us. So we talked with them, we sat down. It has a very heavy nitride coating on it. Of course, it's got our branding logo on there as well. They are absolutely rock solid. They are in the full mass configuration, and we guarantee them for life.
What's the cost on this bolt carrier group?
So they're normally $129.99. We actually have them on sale right now for $84.99. So.
Then following along to that, we have a standard charging handle. That's kind of like the mil-spec standard charging handle. Is this made in shop as well?
Yeah, so these guys here are made in shop from a cast or from a forging. And then we go ahead and brand them. They're 7075, so they're very, very strong. And it's just our standard, everyday charging handle.
Perfect. Going along from that as well, we have the smaller parts that are going to be needed. So this is going to be the forward assist. We have the spring, the dust cover, and then the bar for that as well. So that's going to be a part of it. And then following along from that, additional accessories, some because of legalities and some because we want to accessorize a little bit. For the state that I'm going to be bringing this to, I need to have a vertical grip. So I have the BCM vertical grip that's over there. And then following from that, we have the Dead Air Armament 3-prong flash hider. Again, just for legalities, that's going to be required for me to be able to put on. And then on top of that, the guys from Optics Force sent me the HS512C to be able to mount up on top, which is a really nice open window, so you're able to get a nice reticle view when you're using it. So we're now going to put all this together and see what that looks like and come back to you when we have that finished build. So we are back in the studio and we're looking at the completed rifle in its full configuration. There are a few minor things I changed just because of preference, but what I really want you guys to take out of this is the value of what you're getting for the price of this rifle. I firmly believe that they will not be able to maintain this price range for this rifle because it is a very premium rifle able to make. So once people start seeing them around more, I don't feel like they'll be able to maintain pricing. So I really recommend that if you are looking for a rifle, whether it be a short barreled configuration or a standard configuration, you look into them. I know that they do have a billet full-length AR-15 that they refer to as their $1,000 rifle. So again, for that price range and being able to get the features that they offer, I think is really incredible. They have Ballistic Advantage barrels. They make the majority of their parts in-house, and they're all high quality. A few additional points I want to mention. This rifle comes in at just over $1,000 in this configuration. Now again, not the accessories and the flashlights and the optics, but in the rifle that they would sell to you is going to be in this configuration. Now, I have another rifle that is an 11.5 inch and it came in at $1,500 and it was missing some basic features that I really recommend you look out for when you're buying a new rifle. One thing that shows in regards to the quality and the care of the company is if the rifle is staked. Staked is, as an example, this buffer tube is attached to the lower receiver, and what it is staked is a kind of impact that they make on the castle nut in the back that makes sure that it doesn't rotate out of place. That rifle that I paid $1,500 for didn't come staked, and it's such a simple thing to be able to do, and it didn't come with that. That makes me worried that if I'm spending that amount of money on a rifle and it doesn't come staked, where else are they kind of lacking in quality? And that makes me worried as it being a primary rifle. Even something as simple as that is something that they paid attention to. It took them around 10 minutes to put on this flash hider because they were so precise in regards to making sure it was perfect, and that's who they are. They're really fine-tuned to detail. They're very careful with how those things come together, and again, it just shows the quality and care that they put into a rifle. So this is kind of going to be something I'm going to be running a lot more of. Before it truly becomes my primary, I really want to make sure I'm comfortable behind it, kind of test out different configurations in regards to what I like. But again, if you're looking for a rifle, whether that be a full-length rifle, whether that be a short-length rifle, and you want to really get the best bang for your buck and making sure that you get a lot of quality parts, then I really highly recommend you check out Axis Manufacturing. I'll leave more information about them in the description below. If you have any questions about this rifle, if you have any other videos you'd like to see me make on this rifle, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. This is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com. Thank you for watching.